Hey, thanks for tuning back in, everybody. This is the final segment, segment 4 of the New Jersey Highlands Gran Fondo National Series 2026. This is started about 85 miles into the overall 100-plus mile race. This was completed in a little under 7 minutes, 12 seconds. We're going around 17 miles an hour, which is still a good 40 seconds or so faster than last year's time, so definitely happy with it. What our plan was here, at least, was to give the lead group about a 60-second head start, which in hindsight we should have done probably about 40 to 45 seconds. Would have left about the perfect matchup for Eddie and I to have caught on for the short descents and flats that are towards the end when some of the heavier, stronger riders really excel. I gotta blame myself for that timing issue. I had a timer set on my watch to give the other group a lead out, and then in the end, the whole dismissing the timer and resuming the ride on the watch, it just delayed everything. So then Eddie and I just got started a little bit late. This is a 2.1 mile segment. There's 314 total feet of climbing, a max 10.5% grade, which averaged closer to 2% climbing through the entirety, especially noting those downs and flats. So an easier way to dissect this segment could be into 3 different pieces. This first piece we're climbing right now is a little under a half mile. It's a little under 200 feet of the total climbing and about a 7% average grade. It took Eddie and I a little under 3 minutes. And here comes Irene. So you could see us passing Irene here on the left, who we tried convincing to ride with other team members for everyone to get a better overall time in the end. But to her credit, she held strong in wanting to ride her own race, tackle the segment how she wanted, and she definitely made the right decision in the end. She secured the second place spot on the podium that day, far better than I, so big congrats to our resident mountain goat, Irene. Overall here, Eddie and I, we're just trying to keep this thing moving. It took us, I think I said, a little under 3 minutes. While we're relatively quiet pushing up here, the heart rate's rising, but we're keeping thing within reason while we're going about 4.5 watts per kilogram. You're gonna see we reach the top of a little crest, a little downhill here, and that's gonna start the second part. All right, this second part of this segment starts with a little downhill and then turn off to the left into practically all the remaining climbing of a little over 100 feet. It was a little over 4% grade average, about a half mile long, and this took us a little over 2 minutes. So we're pushing a tiny bit less than the first section at 4.3 watts a kilogram, but always pedaling even on these downhills, although cutting power by at least half there, which allowed me to recover a whopping 3 beats per minute before pushing up this next ramp. And BPM averaged about 90% of max during this part. As always, I'm just trying to keep the power and cadence high to avoid cramps, which I started to really get bad on a rough climb. Well, there were a few rough climbs about 30 minutes prior to this segment. Gotta say, big thanks to JC for his roll-on balm. I had some salt tablets with me, and with the help of all that, I was able to push through it and maintain a cadence of 99 RPM through this part. So here, our main objective was just to hold the power, keep it constant, don't blow, while catching the lead group, who you're gonna start to be able to see in the distance just at the top here. Let's see how it goes.
You gotta go.
No way.
Okay, and now as for this last part, it's gonna take us a little over a minute and a half. We're pushing now closer to 4 watts per kilogram. We're still keeping the power high. We're still keeping the cadence going here. Average now, though, it's a little closer to 90 RPM. Heart rate is still getting up there, pretty much flatlining towards the top. Eddie and I are talking to each other, looking at each other, saying something like, look, if you could do this, go, man. Like, just make it easier for me. And you'll see a little bit of back and forth. We're just trying to push, but at this point, those bigger, stronger, heavier guys, they've got the momentum on their side. We're trying to catch them, but I'm not seeing them coming around some of these turns. So the best we can try to do here, where there's practically zero climbing, if anything, I think there's an average over this 3/4 of a mile, a negative 2 to 3%. So come on, 100 feet of descending, we should be able to catch them, but we're just so tired and trying to watch our turns. There's a few tighter turns up here where there's a car that's coming at us, so you got to kind of lay off a little bit. We're just safety first, right? But I want to finish this. I want my best time. I got my best time, but I want to catch that other group. But again, safety is the priority here. Had a great time. Let's see this thing over the finish line. All right, talk to you at the end. All right, that is it. Time segment's done. We got about 20 miles or so until the finish, but pressure's off, a lot more smiles. Everybody's in a much better mood from here on out. There's still some climbing, of course, but overall, that's it. So got some other videos that I'm going to be posting from throughout the day here today. There's that other epic ride that I mentioned on my last video. Well, that did happen. That was, well, around the solstice. And hey, like, subscribe, all those YouTube things, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, be good, all.
I started like 10 seconds earlier, I think.
Woo! I know, I couldn't expect that. Well, you probably did have 2 minutes on me last year.
No, I think it was 2 from him. And then I had
last year I had a bum knee, so you probably did have 2 minutes on me last year.
Well, it wasn't just you. I looked at a few. Anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was close. You know, we were trying, but fuck.
We do this for fun, so it's alright.
Yeah. Whew.